just like, okay, so why would this lady tell me to apply and she already has somebody else applying?
So the fly style. Who say you can't get up to day and night? Who say you can't pass the test of life? Who say you had to rush to be the one?
What's up, friends? It's Goddess. Today I am redoing my process on how I manifested my apartment at 22. I am 23 now, whoop, whoop. But I am going to go from the journal entry to the full story. So stay tuned, and I might just give y'all the walkthrough of when I first unpacked everything as well. I might just throw that in there, even though it's on the first video as well. But here we go. Okay, so here is my journal entry dated December 4th at 6:21 p.m. due January 1st, 2022 at 6:21 p.m. Dear God, thank you for me signing the lease to my beautiful spacious apartment. I have a nice view of the city/river. I don't pay over $1,100 a month with electric internet utilities included in rent. It's beautifully decorated, and it is so peaceful to just sit in my space and meditate in the fact I am a powerful manifester. The moving process was so easy. I had extra help and it was a breeze. I love my balcony. It is in the perfect spot. I can see the river and town. My room is spacious and my living room and kitchen is so luxurious. I love the sound of my slippers on the kitchen floor when I cook. My kitchen is stocked with food. My bills are always paid on time. I love my life. I love the windows. They bring in so much light. My decor is so nice. I love my living room. I'm so thankful that I have a quiet space. All right, y'all. So it was November, about the 28th, and my roommate gave me the news that since he had a party and it was kind of cuckoo for crazy puffs, the landlords, the apartment leasers, the apartment that we were staying at, they said we had to move out by January 1st. Okay, so here's me, completely shocked. My roommate told me that he's not getting a 2-bedroom this time. He's getting a 1-bedroom. So I'm gonna have to get my own apartment. What am I gonna do? So I start looking. That's my looking music. Okay. I'm looking at apartments.com. I'm looking at Craigslist. I'm looking at Facebook Market. I'm looking everywhere for these apartments. Okay. And nothing is biting. Literally. So let's get into the story. Okay. So the first thing I did was I went on Craigslist. Don't go to Craigslist, y'all. Let's get into this, okay? So I went on Craigslist and I went to look at this apartment. I guess it was a sublease. I don't know why I was so open to do a sublease at this time. But he was like, so it's from January to June. And he was just like, the application fee is this site. And he sent me some random site. And it was $14.50, I think. And he was just like, here's the site. And I was like, okay. And then I did the film, I did everything, and he sent me another message like, did you pay? No, it was a scam then. At that very moment, I knew what was up. So I'm like, yeah, I paid. And didn't even hear anything back from him at all. Okay, another stupid thing. So then I went on Facebook Market. Don't go to Facebook Market. All right. It was about a sublease, the same thing. And this one seemed kind of legit, I would say, to myself. And this girl had a sublease apartment. She even sent me extra pictures of the apartment. And I think it was the same thing from January to June. And it was a $45 application fee this time. And so I called the place that the apartment was supposed to be at, and they said, I'm saying and so many times, that I was approved, but I was second on the list to sublease that apartment. So I'm just like, okay, so why would this lady tell me to apply and she already had somebody else applying? So shout out to that lady. for wasting my time and my money. So I go back to Craigslist, and there is a free application fee. You don't even have to pay. He's just looking for the best fit for the apartment. So I go to the apartment and I do my walkthrough. The apartment was really small. It was in downtown Richmond, where I wanted to live at. But the apartment was really small. It didn't have a view, and I just didn't have good vibes about this apartment at all. He said that I should be hearing back from him. I sent him my pay stubs, and I did not hear back from him. It was about a month later. It's been 3 months now, and I have not heard not one email from this man at all about that apartment. So I think it's safe, like I said in the first video, to mark that off my list. So after that, I go to apartments.com. And I'm emailing people, I'm calling people, I'm DMing people, I'm sending people these messages. And then this guy replies back. The website said that the apartment was all-inclusive. It was close to my mom. I definitely wanted to live close to my mom. I didn't write that in my manifestation letter, but I did want to live closer to this side of town. And it wasn't in the location. It wasn't downtown Richmond. But it was close to my mom, so I was trying to give him a shot. Nothing else was really biting, so I was just really desperate at that time. My budget was way off. I was like not even really giving myself a chance, and I just really took whatever was available at this time. So the apartment with my mom, nothing was included, not even water or gas. And so he said that he did have another apartment that water and gas was included. So I ended up signing the lease for that, paying a $250 holding fee, and I was supposed to pay the rest when I moved in. The only good thing about this apartment was they was going to let me move in early. It was kind of close to downtown. It was in the budget that I had set for myself, and it kind of had an inclusiveness there. So heavy on the moving in a week early. So when he did hit me back, he ended up telling me that I wouldn't be able to move in on that day. I was supposed to move in on December 27th. My manifestation asked to move in by January 1st. How in the world could this not be working out for me? So when he said that, I got really mad. And I didn't really even want to hear his excuses, because I signed the lease to move in on this day, sir. That's really your problem. And if there's anything other than that, then I want my money back. That's basically what I said. So I demanded my money back. And then I went into Google. I'm searching up all-inclusive apartments on Google. And I did find this one apartment. I seen this one before, but the move-in date was January the 14th, so that's really why I didn't look into it. I don't know what possessed me to say they're going to have something for me. I'm not taking no for an excuse. They have to have something. I'm going to move there. He has to give me my money back. I'm going to that place, and I'm going to move in there. It's all inclusive. That's what I asked for. That is where I'm going to move. That's what, I don't know what made me say that once he said that I can't move in that day. But that was the mindset that possessed me to say, give me my money back, and I went immediately to that place. It said that it was closed on Google, but I still went there, knocked on the door, and there was open. And they ended up telling me that they wasn't gonna be able to give me a walkthrough that day, and to apply online. And I ended up getting a little money order to bring with me when I went up there, so I had the money for to apply. So they basically told me to apply online, come back tomorrow. They're gonna set an appointment for me to do a walkthrough tomorrow, first thing in the morning, before I went to work. And then everything should be quick, smooth sailing. So here's the gist of that. So I was supposed to move out by January 1st. They weren't open to move in. My move-in date was January the 14th. They couldn't even push it forward if they wanted to, with the painting and them having to get everything ready. But I went to my mom, and she wanted me to get a storage unit to hold all of my stuff, and she didn't even want me to bring all my stuff in, so that was a bummer. I would have had to spend more money just to move. So I went home to my roommate, which I still lived with, and he said that he ended up getting a apartment, and this is December 21st, around December 23rd, before I got approved. And I just told them the situation before I even got approved. Once I got dropped from the first place and got my money back from that lease, I told him the situation. I went to my mom and told her the situation. My roommate said that I could move in with him because he did somehow, some way, end up getting a 2-bedroom apartment. So I stayed with him for those 14 days, and then I moved in right on time because he had to move out on January 1st, so we moved out together to his apartment. After I did that, they said they should hear back. I should hear back from them on Tuesday. Tuesday comes and goes. Wednesday comes, and I get an email from some place that I believe they are owned by somebody else. So the person that owns them, their company, ended up emailing me and told me to sign in, to log in, to start paying for the unit. And it had the unit number on there that was the same unit number as the unit that I seen. So I took by assumption that I was approved. Obviously, duh, hello. So I ended up the next day calling the rental office. I called them 3 times in 30 minutes apart, and then an hour later they didn't answer. So I ended up calling the group that emailed me, the place that emailed me, and they called that company, and it rung twice, and they answered and they transferred me, and they ended up telling me, since I got that email, that doesn't technically mean that I'm approved, and he should give me a call back within about 10 minutes with results from me, or 20 minutes. And he ended up calling me back about 5 minutes later and was like, yeah, you were approved. So yay, I definitely got that apartment. So after all the trials and tribulations, and after me signing a lease and them ended up dropping on their word at the last minute, I got what I asked for. The view, amazing. The appliances were included. It is all inclusive. It is exactly where I want to be, in downtown Richmond. So I can say that this is pure according to that manifestation that I have wrote. And it took for me to lose and to keep going and to push through it for me to get what I needed to get. But I got exactly what I asked for. Not to a T, but it is what I asked for, and I am grateful for just that, okay? All right, if that means anything to anybody, and that just means that you need to push and get obstacles and keep fighting, I'm glad you stayed to the end of this video. I'm glad that you got to hear my story. I hope it means something to you that I took the time that I did this. If it does, hit that subscribe button, drop your favorite emoji. Mine is the little twinkle with that heart that has another outside of it. I'm gonna drop those as well. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed week, life, day, and tune into the next video.
Getting past the test of life.